How to get your first real estate deal. Now guys, if you are just watching this video or you're someone watching this video, the chances are you haven't done a deal yet. You're trying to maybe watch this to figure out, is real estate for me? Is this real? Can I actually get out there and do my first deal? Guys, in this video, by the end of it, you're gonna see the two strategies that I'll show you step by step how to do it. That this is the same strategy I've shared with thousands of students nationwide. And many of them do their first deal within 30 days of following this process. Hey guys, at the end of sharing these two strategies, if you stick with me to the end, I have a free gift to offer each one of you. So stick with me, but let's get right to the video. Now, getting into real estate can be so many different things. Maybe you're on this and you're like, do I want to be a real estate agent? Do I want to be an investor? And you're probably just trying to figure this out. Either way, you're trying to get your first deal. You maybe are trying to still search and do some research. What is it that you want to do? Now, if you're a subscriber of my channel, you'll know instantly that I talk a lot about a little niche called wholesaling. And the two strategies I'm gonna talk to you about today are very much gonna show you step by step how you can do that. Now, the best part is, regardless of where you're at with your financial situation, whether you have very little money or if you have some money, maybe you have a good 9-to-5 job and you have a little bit of money on the side that you can start to do some other strategies. I'll be talking both, whether you have no money or whether you have some money. What are the two strategies I would use so that you can get your first deal in as little as 30 days? Strategy number one. Guys, this happens to be the easiest way to get into the game and it takes very little money. Now, when I talk about wholesaling in general, really all I'm talking about is the art of finding deeply discounted properties. And to do so, that may require some money, maybe going into your marketing, right? Whether you're doing direct mail or cold calling, there's gonna be some kind of money put out there so you can get these motivated sellers to start calling you. So part of wholesaling's process is you find these deeply discounted properties by talking to motivated sellers, you put them under contract like at a discount, and then you find a cash buyer that performs in lieu of you, basically purchases that contract from you for a fee, and you walk away and go move on to the next deal. Now, if you have no money, we're gonna talk about that strategy a little bit more and how to get into that depth. But first and foremost, if you're getting into this, and very much like me, I didn't have much money getting into wholesaling in the first place or trying to do my first deal in real estate. Guys, to share a little bit about my background, before I got into wholesaling, I was doing insurance. And insurance, guys, is a game of stacking BBs is what I called it, meaning it's a slow and steady race. I didn't want to go that slow. I wanted to be someone that could enjoy an income my whole entire life, not wait till like my golden years or when I'm 60 or 70 to finally retire. Even though that's the tradition and that's what people will tell you, that's what you do, that's what everyone does in this great nation. It doesn't have to be that way. And I'm so grateful I found out about wholesaling because I got into it and mine was a little bit longer. Mine took about 39 days to do my first deal. But guys, 39 days into this, after learning this concept of wholesaling, I did my first deal and it paid me $24,000. Guys, that changed my whole life. It changed everything. It made everything go from faith to fact at that point. And I'm so grateful I do it. And that's why I wanna share this with you so you can understand that if you're in a spot that you're like, I don't wanna do this slow and steady. I don't wanna do this 9-to-5 and retire at 60 or 70 and maybe and hopefully I have some money in there and hopefully my investments and hopefully my IRA and all this stuff is sitting there for me. Don't hope. Create your future. And you can do that right now with very little money. And that's gonna lead me to my first strategy. So strategy number one, guys, is building a cash buyers list. Now, why is this such an easy strategy? Because there's individuals in any market. I could go to any state in any market and there's probably wholesaling going on, meaning people that are looking for motivated sellers so they can go out there and find deeply discounted properties that they can then sell to a cash buyer. Now, think about the end in mind, right? Most people go off that philosophy like the old movie Field of Dreams, right? There was a field that this guy was plowing. It was end up being like a cornfield. And every time he is out there, he kept hearing this voice, if you build it, they will come. And what he did is he ended up building this baseball field. And all these greats, all the greats from back in the days, they'd come out and play baseball on this field. Now, with real estate, sometimes we think it's just that, right? If you build it, meaning if you find a deal, all the cash buyers are just gonna come out of the woodworks and they're gonna sniff a deal and they're gonna be like, man, hook me up, I wanna do this, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case. So what if you could be the back end for someone that's out there finding deals, but really hasn't thought about the cash buyers? let's talk about how you can grow that list. Guys, cash buyers are crucial in this game. They're the ones that are gonna buy the deal from the individuals that are out there finding the deals. So instead of being a deal finder at the moment, because maybe you're low on cash, you don't have much money, this is very much a side hustle, you don't have much money to put into it, it's okay. Go out and start finding cash buyers. Why? So that you can provide a service to those that are out there finding deals, but maybe they don't have the cash buyers to buy the deals from them. You could be a godsend. You could be someone that is really an answer to their prayers because they found this great deal, and now you're gonna bring the cash buyer to the deal, and you guys can split that fee that you're gonna make. So how do we build the cash buyers list? One of my favorite ways, guys, is just simply going to the local Real Estate Investor Association meetings. If you just Google Real Estate Investor Association meetings, or REIA, in whatever city you live in, Google that. You'll see that they pop up. These are local meetups that happen every single month in almost every major city and even a lot of small cities out there throughout the whole entire nation. Go there. That's where the investors hang out. That's where the realtors hang out. That's where the cash buyers hang out. That's where the fix and flippers hang out. The landlords, they all hang out there. And when you go there, go with a focus to build your cash buyers list. Go there and just network. It's not called net sit, it's called network. You're gonna have to work, you're gonna have to get uncomfortable. You're gonna go there, and usually they let you in for the first time for free because you're a new guest. They wanna wow you, they wanna get you. But even when it costs, it may be 50 bucks, it may be 100 bucks for the whole entire year, guys, to go to these meetings where all of these investors are at. All you gotta do is go up to each one of them and start asking questions. Hey, what is it that you do? Now, the easy way of doing that, I'm gonna share with you right now. When you show up to these local Real Estate Investor Association meetings, simply go to the person at the front desk and just ask them, whatever their name is. They're gonna check you in and put the name tag on you, and maybe it's Lisa. Maybe ask Lisa, Lisa, do you know any cash buyers here that are buying deals? Oh yeah, you should talk to Jim over there. He buys a lot of deals every single month. What you're gonna do is go over to Jim, tap him on the shoulder. Hey, Jim, my name's Cody. Lisa over there said I need to come and meet you. What in the heck do you do? And Jim's gonna now, because it sounds like a referral, he's gonna open up and talk to me because Lisa just referred me to come over him and get to know him. Hey, Lisa told me to come over here and get to know you. What is it that you do, Jim? Oh man, I buy homes. I usually fix and flip them. Some of them I keep as rentals. Man, that's fantastic. That's probably why Lisa sent me over here. I usually find the off-market properties, and I have access to off-market properties through other partners where I'd love to let you know about them when I come across them. Is that something I can add you to my cash buyers list? They're gonna be like, yes, let me know about these deeply discounted properties that you come across. Add it to your list and ask Jim. Jim, do you know anyone else that's looking for properties? Oh yeah, you should talk to Randall over there or Sally over there. You're gonna go over to Sally and say, hey Sally, Jim said I need to come meet you. What is it that you do? And Sally's gonna be like, oh, I fix and flip homes, or I buy rentals, or whatever that she does. Awesome, that's probably why Jim sent me over here. I have access to discounted properties through partners of mine, and also I'm the one going out there and looking for properties as well, and I'd love to let you know about them when I come across these deals. Is it something I could let you know about them? They're gonna be like, yes. Get their name, their number, and their email address. Add it to your cash buyers list. Guys, this is easy, and you just keep daisy chaining each person for another referral so that it's not awkward when you go up and you're like, my name's Cody, what do you do? And they're like, who is this guy? But if you come from a referred source, they almost owe it to you. They're like, oh man, Sally sent him over, I might as well talk to him. And then they're gonna realize they're grateful they talked to you because you're gonna bring them deals in the future. Now guys, the beautiful thing is if you do this correctly, you ultimately wanna get 150 cash buyers on your list. Why? So that when the other individuals out there, the wholesalers, the individuals that are spending money on marketing, trying to find the deals, they come across these deals, but maybe they can't move the deal. And in their mind, they're thinking, oh, maybe it's not a good deal. Maybe it's a bad deal. Maybe it could be that they just lack cash buyers that want that deal, but maybe it is a fantastic deal. So what you're gonna do also is get on every wholesaler's list. Wholesalers are learning to build their cash buyers list. Get on every one of their lists so that when they get a deal, they send it out to you. All you gotta do is just simply call them. Talk to them. Hey, how you doing? I'm just calling about that property you just sent out on 123 Main Street. Yeah, are you interested? Well, here's the thing. I wanted to just let you know that if for some reason you can't move this property, let me know. I do have a lot of cash buyers on my list. Some of them might be really interested in this. Obviously, you go out and try and move this if you can, but if you can't, don't cancel it. Reach out to me. I'd be glad to send it out to my cash buyers and maybe we can work out a deal together. Every time these individuals, if they can't move it, guess who they're gonna call? They're gonna call you because you're bringing a service to them. You're solving a problem. You're not the individual that says, hey, do you wanna go to lunch so I can pick your brain? Guys, if you're using that, drop that today. Serve people, solve their problems, and you'll see people do business if you can solve a problem. If you could come to me and solve a genuine, a legitimate problem of mine, I would be glad to do business with you. I'd be glad to split deals with you because you are out there serving me. You get paid directly proportionate to the value you bring to the marketplace. Remember that. Not about how much people's brains you pick. It's not directly proportionate to how much you make in life. Nope, it's how much value you personally bring to the marketplace that's gonna determine how much money you make. So bring the service, bring the cash buyers. Talk to every wholesaler. When they can't move a deal, they're gonna think of you. You're gonna send that deal out to your cash buyers. One of your cash buyers wants it. You do what's called a JV deal or a joint venture deal where you guys split how much money's made on that fee, and then you move on to the next wholesaler until you have enough money to start going out there and doing your own marketing, which right now is gonna lead you to my second strategy. Now guys, before I lead you into that second strategy, at this moment, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button while you're here. Also hit that bell because it's gonna alert you when I put out fresh new content. Now guys, I'm putting out content Monday through Friday, and I'm dedicated to helping you get out there so you can consistently do deals and live the life of your dreams. The second strategy, this one involves a little bit of money. So whether you did the first strategy first and now you're making money and now you're ready to use this dollars that you're making to actually go make more money because you already did what's right. You built the cash buyers list. So now what do? Now you gotta market directly with that money you're making, or maybe you have money because you have a great job. It's marketing directly to sellers. Now, are we talking to on market or off market? We're talking about off market, meaning ones that aren't listed with a realtor on the MLS. These are just individuals. You're gonna send a simple postcard. A simple postcard that could say as simple as, my name's Cody. I'm interested in buying your home at 123 Main Street for a fair offer. Give me a call at 801 and do a phone number, right? And that's it. Just keep it simple. Just a simple message. I don't like to put pictures on it. I don't like to put pictures of a home with a for sale sign that says sold and people with cash in their hands. People don't want to be sold, but yet all of us are buyers. The fastest way to feel like you're being sold is putting pictures on your marketing. So just keep it plain. I like a white postcard with black handwritten font that's printed. Obviously, it's not me writing it. And it just says, my name's Cody Hofhine. I'm interested in your home at 123 Main Street. For an all cash offer, reach out to me, my number is, and leave a phone number. And they're gonna call you. That's all you have to do to begin marketing to these off-market sellers. Now, what are the different ways that you can start marketing these individuals? We just talked about one, direct mail. The other one is one that a lot of people do, and it's called cold calling. So this is where you have to look at, do you have time or do you have money? Because cold calling, although you can save a little money because you're picking up your phone and you're physically gonna call people, it's still gonna require that you skip trace, meaning you have a list of names of maybe people behind on their taxes, or maybe you have a good even title company. They have access to lists called notice of default, people that are just barely behind on their mortgage. You can get that list. And if you skip trace it through services out there, you're able to then get their phone number. You'll pick up your phone and start calling them. Obviously, this is the cheapest method of marketing. So if you have a lot of time, but you gotta be honest with yourself. I want you to really think through this. For me, I'm married. And when I got into this, I was married. And I had at the time 2 kids. I now have 4 kids, 4 no more. But at the end of the day, guys, I had to be real with myself. Is it feasible for me to go to my 9-to-5 job and at the end of my 9-to-5 job, pick up the phone for another 3 to 4 hours a day and just start calling people? No, it wasn't. Why? Because I'm not willing to sacrifice everything. In fact, including my marriage or my relationship with my wife or kids, right? I'm not willing to sacrifice it to the point where they want to be like, dude, figure this out or we're not together anymore. No way. So I had to get real with myself. Maybe you're single. Maybe you don't have a lot of obligation. Maybe you have a lot of free time. Great. Maybe that makes sense for you. But for me, it made more sense for me to send out direct mail. To send out, yes, it may cost 37 cents per postcard versus 10 cents per skip traced name. So you're saving some money there, right? Over time, if you get 1,000 names versus 1,000 postcards, you can see how you can start to save money, but you're still spending money. But at the end of the day, I wanted something to do the heavy lifting for me. I didn't want to do all the heavy lifting, right? And picking up the phone and calling people, and calling a ton of people that don't even want you calling them. This was sending direct mail out, and the people that responded to me, majority of the people that are responding are the ones that at some point do want to call. They have or do want to sell their home. They do have some interest in selling their home. So again, going back to what works best for you, think about it. What is your lifestyle? What is it that you're willing to sacrifice versus not sacrifice? Be real with yourself. Yeah, it's going to cost a little bit more to send out direct mail. But direct mail changed everything for me, because while I was at my 9-to-5 job, mail was going out in lieu of me having to pick up the phone. And so people would call, and it used to go to a voicemail. Now we answer live because I have a full-on business, right? We do anywhere from 10 to 15 deals here in Utah. We do about 6 to 8 deals in Texas. And now we're gonna start doing this nationally, where we can buy homes in any market. And guys, it all started with just the beginning, building a cash buyers list, providing service to individuals, doing marketing directly to sellers, and then doing deals. Guys, is it real? Absolutely. And here's why I love the second strategy over the first strategy. The second strategy allows you to get to it quicker. If all you're doing is just building a cash buyers list, there's gonna be a lot of wholesalers that are gonna be able to move their own deals. And you're just hoping at some point when they can't move a deal, they think of you. So although it works, it's gonna take a little bit longer. But when you market directly to seller, you now have all control. You can now speed up the game. You can turn that faith to fact a lot quicker. You're now able to get into the game a lot quicker. Like I said, for me, 39 days. 39 days later, I did $24,000 deal. That changed everything for me. Why? Because I got on direct mail and I ended up sending it right out to the motivated sellers through lists, and some of my favorite lists. I'm gonna share it real quick. I didn't think I was gonna share it on this video, but I might as well. I use what's called the PEND, like an acronym, P-E-N-D, PEND. P stands for probate, E stands for eviction, N stands for notice of default, and D stands for divorce. These are the 4 hottest lists that I send direct mail to that get motivated sellers calling me, so that ultimately I can figure out and start listening. What is it that's going on in their life that I can help them out? Because if I can serve them and solve their problems at a high level, in fact, better than my competition, the byproduct is I can get their home under contract at a discount. Now guys, at what kind of discount am I talking about? Like 40, 50, 60 cents on the dollar. So if a home's worth $100,000 when it's all fixed up, I'm getting these homes for $40,000, $50,000. And you can do the exact same thing when you start following this process. Now guys, hopefully I've hyped you up on the reality behind this. I hope you've watched this video and I hope you've said to yourself like, I can do this. I hope you're encouraged. I hope you're empowered, that you are inspired to get out there and try it. Whether it's going the cheap method, building a cash buyers list and helping other wholesalers, or whether you have some money and you're gonna invest it into marketing to direct sellers and get going, I hope you will consider getting into wholesaling. Watch all the videos that this YouTube channel brings to you. I talk about wholesaling religiously because it changed my life. And also down below in the description box, I've also included a link to my 30-day Do Your First Wholesale Deal Challenge, where all you gotta do is click on the link, and within 30 days, guys, of following simple step-by-step instruction from A to Z, right from the beginning to the end, how you can do a deal in the next 30 days. And guys, that deal on average can pay you anywhere up to $15,000. What would that do for you? The biggest thing right now is just simply get to that description box, click on the link down below, reserve your spot, and I'll see each one of you in the training. Take care.